Elena's hand froze on the car door handle. Her brother's question about Edward Bennett hung in the air between them. What is your relationship with Edward Bennett? And why is he helping you? I don't know what you're talking about, Gray. Don't lie to me. Grayson's voice hardened. Not to me. Edward Bennett doesn't do anything without a reason. If he's helping you, he wants something. Elena sank back into her seat and sighed. It's complicated. Then, uncomplicate it for me. Before Elena could respond, her phone lit up with notifications. The social media storm was building into a hurricane, but not the kind Logan and Ivy had hoped for. We'll talk about this later, Elena said, grateful for the interruption as she scanned the messages. Right now, I need to capitalize on this momentum. Grayson grabbed her wrist. Elena, trust me, little brother. Please. Her look spoke volumes about the years of shared secrets and silent understanding. Finally, Grayson released her. Fine. But whatever this is, I don't like it. The next morning, Elena's face glowed in the light of her phone screen, a satisfied smile across her face as she read the latest post from another luxury fashion brand, Delacroix. We don't just stand with Elena Drake. We're proud to announce her as the face of our upcoming campaign. #IStandWithElena. From social pariah to luxury's golden girl in under 48 hours? God, I'm good. Maggie burst into Elena's penthouse office, tablet in hand, practically shaking with excitement. Have you seen the numbers? Your followers have doubled since last night. We've got Delacroix, Valentino, and 3 other major brands all fighting to align themselves with you. Elena leaned back in her chair, unconsciously touching her flat stomach. All these people rushing to defend me, and none of them know the real me. Not even close. Maggie smiled. And that's just the way we want it. Miss Drake? Elena's recently hired assistant, Rebecca, poked her head in. Gus Van Dam and Marty Fisher are on line 1. They're insisting on an urgent lunch meeting. Elena exchanged knowing looks with Maggie. Tell them I can squeeze them in at Ozora in my private room. 1 o'clock. Jen, another of Elena's publicists, rushed in, waving her phone. The scandal has officially tripled your market value. Every brand wants the woman who survived cancel culture with grace. They've named you the Hydra. Cut off 1 head, and 2 luxury brand deals take its place. Elena couldn't help but laugh. How fitting. Maggie, what's the going rate for a woman they couldn't destroy? We're talking 7 figures per campaign now, minimum. And to think, Elena stood, smoothing her crimson dress. They thought they could mark me down like last season's couture. Also, the network is having a 4-alarm meltdown over losing you. Jen's lips curved into a knife-edge smile. Gus and Marty have been playing musical chairs on the executive suite all morning. Rumor has it Apex's president made them tap dance for their jobs last night. Of course they did. Elena caught her reflection, and something wicked flickered in her eyes. Let's go show the boys what real power looks like. As Elena strutted into Ozora's private room, a cool 30 minutes late, Gus and Marty shot up from their seats, both making a beeline toward her with open arms. 2 media moguls reduced to fumbling their chopsticks. Love it. Elena! Gus's voice boomed with forced enthusiasm. You look spectacular. Radiant, Marty added quickly. Absolutely radiant. Elena kept her smile polite, corporate perfect. Mere hours ago, she was a problem. Today, she was radiant. Funny how that works. Elena ignored their open arms and settled into her chair with deliberate grace, while Jackie, Elena's lawyer, arranged her materials beside her. Gentlemen, always lovely to see you. You remember my lawyer, Jackie? I asked her to tag along. Liability reasons, as we're still ironing out the details of my unfortunate dismissal from your show. Of course, of course. Gus nodded rapidly while Marty's smile stretched thin. Listen, Elena, about our previous conversation. You mean when you fired me? Elena's voice dripped honey-coated venom. just think we should be as clear in our choice of words as possible. Now, Elena, our hands were tied, Marty started. What Marty means, Gus cut in smoothly, is that we were acting on incomplete information. The network's position has evolved. Evolved? Elena took a delicate sip of green tea. Like how a caterpillar evolves into a butterfly? Or how a snake sheds its skin? Marty tugged at his collar. Elena, we know we handled things poorly. Poorly? Jackie interjected. You threw her to the wolves. Gus leaned forward, all pretense dropping. Elena, we need the Savage Siren back on the show. Clean and simple. What is it going to take to make that happen? What do you want? Want? I don't want anything. Elena paused. But I will accept a couple of things. Jackie passed Elena a paper, and she slid it across the table. Marty's eyes bulged as he read the number. This is insane, he sputtered. You expect us to pay you triple your original fee? Elena passed him another paper, plus an executive producer credit. That one's non-negotiable. You can't be serious, Gus scoffed. The network will never... Really? They'll never? Elena's eyes glittered. Let's run the numbers, shall we? My social media engagement is through the roof. Every luxury brand in the country is scrambling to align themselves with me. Meanwhile, your show's reputation hangs by a thread because you backed the wrong horse. Gus and Marty exchanged panicked looks. Give us a minute. Gus pulled Marty aside for a furious, whispered conversation. Elena sat back, sipping her tea and watching them squirm. Time to pay the piper, boys. Finally, they returned to the table. Gus looked like he'd swallowed something bitter. We'll do it. All of it. Elena produced a Mont Blanc pen from her bag and smiled. I thought you might say that. Back at home, Elena meticulously arranged designer bags around her vanity. Each placement was calculated, and each angle perfect. Her latest post would be her most lethal yet. It's time to twist the knife just a little deeper. She hit record, smirked, and went to work. Today, we're talking authenticity, darlings. Specifically, how to spot a real designer bag from fake. After all, in a world of counterfeits, knowing the real thing is everything. She lifted a distinctive blue clutch, letting the camera linger on its hardware. Notice these stitches? The slightly uneven spacing? Her perfectly manicured nail traced the leather. Dead giveaway of a counterfeit. Her eyes met the camera directly, her voice dropping to an intimate whisper. But here's the thing about fakes. They always reveal themselves under pressure. The stitches unravel, the facade cracks, and suddenly, she let the bag drop carelessly to the floor. Everyone sees the truth. Those who try to destroy what they can't control, they only destroy themselves. Authenticity always wins, darlings. Always. Elena stopped the camera and rewatched the clip. Satisfied and grinning, she decidedly hit post. Later, after a much-needed pregnancy-induced nap, Elena was just waking up when her assistant called, sounding slightly breathless. Miss Drake, your post already has 500,000 views, and the internet is connecting some very specific dots. They're calling you the Queen of Subtle Shade. Subtle? Elena laughed to herself. I thought I was being rather obvious, but I'll take intrigue wherever I can get it. Also, Gus and Marty are already pushing for reshoots of the show's opening credits to focus more on you and to include your executive producer credit. Tell them I'll need to approve the final cut. Elena ended the call and checked her phone, her smile faltering slightly as Edward Bennett's name appeared in her texts. Brilliant moves, my dear. Now, shall we discuss your father? Elena's finger hovered over the delete button. One game at a time, old man. One game at a time. She deleted the message, and it vanished with a tap. Across town, Logan Bennett's office had become a crisis management war room. His hand shook as he watched Elena's video climb past 1 million views. Ivy's messages flooded his screen. "She's back on the show with executive producer credit? The blue clutch in her video, did you give her that? Logan, what are we going to do? Logan, answer me." His assistant's voice crackled over the intercom. "Sir, I have Ivy on the line, your grandfather on line 2, and the board is requesting an urgent meeting about recently plummeting stocks due to, forgive me, sir, I'm just quoting here, god-awful and humiliating media coverage. They're saying the increasingly dramatic fan theories between you and Ms. Drake are, problematic." Logan hurled his tumbler at the wall, amber liquid seeping into the expensive wallpaper. He believed he had created this, that he had made Elena into this by treating her so cruelly. And the bitter irony was, even with all his power and influence, he had no idea how to undo what he'd done. Logan's phone buzzed again, a message from his grandfather. "You never could see the big picture, could you, boy? Elena Drake was never the prey. She was always the predator." Logan sank into his chair, the tremor in his hand growing worse, as outside his office, the empire he thought he controlled began to crumble. Another text lit up his screen. From Elena this time. A single emoji. A crown. The queen had made her move. The question now was, what could a fallen king do to save his crown?